A man named Rag stopped at a gas station in a silver car and walked into a convenience store. Inside, a beautiful woman was quickly flipping through magazines while Rag bought candy and lottery tickets. While talking to the cashier, he glanced around and looked towards the woman. At that moment, a police car arrived and 2 policemen entered the store. Their appearance made Rag extremely nervous. Coincidentally, the cash register was broken. The woman and 2 policemen were blocking the door when suddenly, the policeman's radio announced that a silver car had been stolen. It was indeed the car outside. Rag quickly grabbed the woman and threatened her. He pressed a candy bar against the woman's back, making her think it was a gun. He ordered the cashier to take the 2 policemen's guns and put them in his pocket. After getting the guns, he revealed that his candy bar was actually a gun. He ordered everyone to lie face down on the ground, then dragged the woman to her car and drove away. A few blocks away, a film crew was making a documentary about the woman's working day. In the police car, Officer Steep was driving with Officer Henry in the passenger seat. They received news about a red car that had just been stolen. The culprit was armed and dangerous, holding a woman hostage, apparently seeking television exposure. In the red car, the woman was terrified. Rag offered to let her drive so he could remove his jacket. He tried to calm her, promising to release her once he felt safe. While driving, he lit a cigarette and asked the woman about her car. She tearfully replied that it was a gift from her father. Suddenly, she grabbed the lighter and pressed it against his neck, making him scream. In the struggle, she dropped the lighter on the seat, causing it to smoke. During their scuffle, she threw the lighter out the window, enraging him further. The police car was in close pursuit. Meanwhile, the documentary crew continued filming, aware that if they lost sight of the car, they might never see the woman alive again. In the red car, the woman complained of motion sickness, begging Rag to slow down. He told her to stick her head out the window. Officer Henry radioed for emergency assistance. At the sheriff's station, Chief Beau received notice that the red car belonged to Natalie Board, the only daughter of Doc, the richest person in town. The police chief mobilized 20 patrol cars to assist in the pursuit. Rag told Natalie they would have to drive to Mexico to escape. A news helicopter covering another story discovered the chase and began live streaming. During the pursuit, Natalie's erratic steering caused a nearby vehicle transporting corpses to lose control, sending bodies flying onto a police car. Each time the car swerved, Natalie screamed in terror. Despite her pleas to put the gun away, Rag kept it trained on her. A police helicopter joined the chase. To ease the tension, Rag suggested they introduce themselves. He lowered his gun and told her his name, and she revealed she was Natalie. She wasn't actually wealthy or famous, which surprised Rag. He realized the police mistakenly thought he had kidnapped her for ransom. Though he tried to convince himself he wasn't a kidnapper, Natalie reminded him that she was, indeed, being held against her will. At the police station, Doc arrived with his new wife, angrily confronting Police Chief Beau. Police discovered footage revealing that Rag was an escaped convict who had fled during a prison transfer. The documentary crew was excited about the increasingly dramatic footage they were capturing. When Rag saw a police officer aiming at him, he fired a shot that caused the police car to flip. News reports speculated he was a former Marine due to his marksmanship, but in reality Rag was confused and uncertain if he had actually hit anything. He told Natalie that he hated violence, but she commented that he seemed to be the very definition of it. When Rag grabbed her wrist, she screamed, but he insisted he wasn't truly violent. Finally, Natalie calmed down and gently asked about Rag's story. He explained that he was convicted of a crime he didn't commit, and the police wouldn't believe him. Suddenly, the car phone rang. It was Police Chief Beau. Natalie's father took the phone and threatened to kill Rag if he hurt Natalie. Rag asked Natalie to tell her father she was fine. When her father offered $50,000, Rag was offended, asking if Natalie was worth only that much to a multi-millionaire. When her father began blaming Natalie for the situation, Rag angrily interrupted him, saying no father should blame his daughter for being kidnapped, and that he should be ashamed for making her sad in this life or death moment. He then hung up. Natalie was stunned, telling him no one had ever spoken to her father like that. Rag explained that everyone wanted something from her father, even her. Though Natalie denied it, she privately realized she wanted her father to treat her like a woman, not a little girl. She admitted she hated her stepmother, who had married her father for his money. Rag's lawyer saw the news and called the sheriff to get the red car's phone number. While TV stations speculated that Natalie must be tied up and terrified, she and Rag were actually having a pleasant time, dancing and singing to music together. When the car phone rang again, it was Rag's lawyer Ari. He said he could find evidence to prove Rag's innocence, but insisted he needed to surrender to the police. Rag expressed gratitude for Ari's constant trust in him. Natalie, overhearing everything, began to feel sympathy for Rag. A news reporter called next, asking what they would do when the car ran out of gas. Rag angrily declared that their fear and despair were just entertainment for the media, then threw the phone away. The National Guard had been deployed at the Mexican border to intercept them. Natalie offered Rag some gum and asked about his bank robbery conviction. He revealed that he used to be a children's party clown. One day, while he was home watching baseball, someone wearing a clown costume robbed a bank in town. An old lady reported him to the police, who found his clown costume and arrested him. Ari had told him the police wouldn't imprison innocent people, but reality proved otherwise. Suddenly, a car tried to ram them but lost control and flipped, exploding after its occupants escaped. Meanwhile, Ari was being interviewed about Rag's conviction. He explained that the real robber had left type of blood at the scene, while Rag's blood type was B, but the evidence was deemed inadmissible due to improper collection. Natalie asked Rag when he was convicted. Learning it was just yesterday, she understood why he had panicked and grabbed her at the convenience store. She told Rag she believed his story. While the producer boasted about being almost telepathic and able to catch criminals before they acted, Natalie confided in Rag that although she had many boyfriends, they were all unsuitable people. Natalie shared that she thought of herself as a bad person who had difficulty in love, but Rag immediately disagreed. He said she just hadn't met the right person yet, adding that he had found her extremely beautiful from the moment he saw her in the store. Natalie smiled and commented on their first meeting, telling Rag he had pushed the gun into her back too hard. Rag insisted he had never been rude to a woman before. Natalie laughed, and they shared candy together. She kindly tended to the burns on Rag's neck, apologizing for causing them. She told him she had never met anyone like him before and asked if he had a wife or girlfriend. When he answered no, Natalie took the initiative to kiss him, declaring her love. She moved closer to him, kissing him passionately despite his driving at high speed. Officer Henry noted they were 10 miles from the border while their car kept swaying ahead. 9 miles later, as the sun set, Natalie suggested he should blackmail her so they could cross the border and live comfortably together. Though it seemed foolish, Rag agreed, making Natalie extremely happy. They reached the border and had to brake suddenly to avoid hitting some trucks. Rag quickly reversed and turned around. At the police station, the police chief was furious that his entire force couldn't catch one car. While Natalie laughed ecstatically, they drove in circles. Rag asked if she was serious about going with him, and she enthusiastically confirmed she was excited about becoming fugitives together. Suddenly they stopped the car. As police surrounded them, Officer Henry ordered them out. Rag told Natalie he couldn't let her become a fugitive because of him. She became sad hearing this. He put the gun in her purse, thanked her for trusting him, and told her to leave. Natalie cried as Rag kissed her hand before she exited. Henry led her behind a police car, telling her she was lucky to be alive. While the police wanted Rag to make a move so they could shoot him, he lit a cigarette and reflected on the day's events, the kidnapping, car chase, explosions, and his sweet moments with Natalie. He imagined walking out with his hand behind his back, raising it like a gun, and being shot down, but this was just his imagination as he sat in the car. Finally, Rag stepped out with his hands up for arrest. Officer Henry punched him in the face, saying he wanted to hurt Rag badly. Natalie tried telling her father she was innocent, but he ignored her. Seeing a cameraman nearby, she suddenly took a gun from her purse and fired into the air. She took the cameraman in hostage, demanding Rag's release. To prove her seriousness, she shot at a nearby helicopter, causing it to explode. The police reluctantly released Rag, and they both hijacked a TV station helicopter. Her father was speechless watching his daughter's actions, while lawyer Ari seemed satisfied with the outcome. The story ends with Rag and Natalie sunbathing on a beautiful beach in Mexico. Thanks for watching this recap. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to comment below and tell me what movie or series you want me to recap next.